gonna get into some gumbo today. Oh yeah, it's like that. Let's get into it. So, when you first start out your gumbo, every gumbo starts out with a really good roe. And to make this one, we're gonna start out with a cup of vegetable oil. Let that warm up just a little bit. Once that gets heated up, we're going to throw in a cup of flour, and we're going to whisk this up under heat until it gets to be about the color of chocolate milk. Drop that temp down just a bit. Start to whisk this in. Good and hot. You don't want to burn it, so if you start seeing little black specks in yours, then you got to start over because you done burnt it. And it shouldn't take too awful long. This will brown up pretty quickly. I'm sure there's gonna be lots of people out there saying, well, you could do it this way or you could do it that way, but this is the way Rob does it. And I'd love to hear other people's ideas. Just not when I'm cooking. Lid on our Dutch oven and get on to the next step. Alright, so we've let that sit for just a little bit while we got our veggies and all the good stuff ready to add to this. Yeah, she turned out real nice. Good deal. So to this, we get to add some celery, green bell pepper, and onions. Now, I don't know about all of you watching, but we do a garden every year, and during this most egregious pandemic, which all of us have definitely suffered as a result of, you find out that a lot of the prices of things went up, and that's just not helpful to a lot of folks. And so we got into the whole gardening thing as a direct result of my childhood background, where we had gardened every year when I was a kid growing up, and the necessity of it today. Yeah, that's starting to simmer real nice, and while it's doing that, we're going to toss in our smoked sausage. And mix that in a little bit. Now you can do this with just about any kind of sausage you want. I would recommend smoked sausage, or for those of you that are among the few brave souls that will get into the heat and flavor complexity of an andouille sausage, that's highly recommended in this. You'll find out in a lot of Cajun recipes, andouille is highly preferred. Alright, so we're going to throw that on there for now and lower our heat so we can maintain that sizzle. And this is an enamel cast iron pan, so it holds its temp really, really good. These Dutch ovens often do, especially if they're cast iron. We're doing something a little bit different with the chicken, and I'll get to that in just a moment. To go into the pot, we're gonna come on back and show you guys how we do that with some more awesome Pampered Chef products. You know, this cookie sheet is by Pampered Chef. It is one of the sturdiest cookie sheets I think I've ever owned. You see these in commercial kitchens and the like, and there's a reason why they buy those, because they last forever, not like that tinny stuff that you can buy at Walmart that was pressed out in China. But yeah, this stuff here is quality products. So we'll be back here in a little bit. And as you can see, we just got done adding our chicken broth. I threw in 6 cups. And I prefer not using the bouillon so much because it adds a lot of sodium to your meal, and everything's already got plenty of salt in it already anyway, so why add more? Now we're gonna let that continue while our chicken is baking. We'll be right back. I've got another spice mix here that I made. Some oregano, a little mixture of white and black pepper, and of course we got some paprika. And so we're just going to mix all this together before we decide how much of it we're going to stick in here, making a mess. But that's half the fun of cooking. So it's not going to have to be perfect, but the better it is going in, the less stirring you got to do once you get it in there. Not that I think it's not going to get distributed evenly anyway. It's pretty liquidy right now. It's been simmering now for coming up on 45 minutes. It's what we set our time for the chicken breast for. And that's starting to look pretty good right there. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and dump the whole load right in there. So I had it kind of measured out for this anyway. But you get this in here, and ooh, buddy, look at that. Sausages supreme. And we're just going to dump half of it in there for now. I do want to let that get in there, and oh buddy, look at that. It's just gooey yumminess extraordinaire. And we're going to serve this no differently than anybody else has gumbo. We're going to make a really nice pot of some rice. Except I'm going to do a little twist on the rice. We're going to add some diced tomatoes with some green chilies. So stay tuned, we'll be back shortly. Alright, so we're back. And as you can see, we got our chicken breast came out very nicely. And I'm sure you're wondering, Rob, why do you have such big claws? Well, you know, I did say at the beginning of this segment that we were going to be adding shredded chicken. And so I introduce yet another of Pampered Chef's wonderful products. And these things will last forever. But it's one of the most ingenious things I've ever seen for just shredding your chicken. And maybe I'm not quite getting it right here. There are those that will beg to differ on the proper way to do this. I just want the chicken shredded. And so we're going to shred this up. And as you can see, they certainly make short work of that. And once you get the bigger chunks broken down a little bit, it'll just start coming apart like butter. Getting a little carried away here. But that's how the fillet comes apart. You know, so you could actually use these for, I know there's some stores that sell a chicken breast in a can, which is actually really handy for making chicken salad and any number of dishes that you want to have ready to go canned chicken. But this, I think, might actually be a cheaper alternative. Okay, so we got that busted down pretty good. And of course, now we're gonna toss it all in the pot. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Does that not look divine? It's amazing. You get all that meat out of those 2 chicken breasts. And of course, all of our blackening spice is on there too, which is going to go very well with Cajun seasoning that we made up fresh and added. Boy, that is just the creamiest. That chicken just came apart so nice and tender and juicy. So now we just have to go ahead and get our rice together, and we'll be back to show you a final presentation on this awesome dish. Thanks for watching. If you're looking for some good Pampered Chef products, I can get you the hookup on that. I know one of the distributors personally. We'll introduce her here when we do our final display on this dish. Be right back. And we're back. As promised, here's the finished product. I added that same Cajun spice to the rice, but we went ahead and did that and getting ready to enjoy our meal. And by the way, here's our Pampered Chef representative, Miss Dodie Ward.
Hello, everybody.
So all of this was pretty much done with Pampered Chef products. The cookie sheet for the chicken breasts and the sausage, and I don't think the Dutch oven was, but we tried to get there. We'll have to get the crock out and do it in that next time.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Have a good day.